This podcast is powered by The Plug.
Welcome back to another episode of Polly on the Porch. You got your same guys always here, always at the table.
What's
the
up?
Quad Pod. Got a special guest, C. Sammy. If you have any other nicknames, you can share when you get your.
Yeah, what's the pod name?
What's your name?
Sammy, I go by SC. C. Sammy's good. Sammy's good. Call me anything but late for dinner. You know what I mean? But on the flip side, yeah, I'm happy to be here with you guys.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for the invite. My man Josh gave me the invite, and I had to come by and share some time. I want to chop it up with you guys.
Appreciate you.
I'm a loyal listener. I've been checking you guys out. You guys are hilarious.
Hell yeah.
You know, and man, I'm happy to be here. We can talk about whatever you want. Hip
what I was
hop,
saying,
for sure,
and a hip hop
sports for
head,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anything you want. Social commentary. There's a lot going on in the news. I'm pretty current. So
We'll start it with the top 5 or 10. You don't even have to do it in order.
No, I heard you.
Just real quick.
Okay, so I think it's, anytime someone asks you that, I think it's cheating to say Biggie and Pockets. That takes two away that are obvious, right?
Okay.
So that's not fair. That's not. That's not interesting, right? Like, so let's be interesting. Like, if you want to give me all time, I'm very East Coast influenced, so I'm gonna have to go. With
I could tell.
I'd have to say Jadakiss was very big for me growing up.
All right.
You know, from that cloth,
Styles
that
P.
locks, Styles P and Jada. I'd probably put in one slot because them back and forth is a whole animal.
Hell
Crazy.
yeah.
You know,
Crazy.
we
Facts.
gonna
Make it.
Hey,
We gonna make
the
it.
frail
Gonna
shit.
make it.
Like that, right? So I'll put Jada and Styles in one slot. I'll say them. Then let me jump around. I know this is going to be weird. Maybe you guys know him or not. And if you're listening, maybe you can look him up. One dude who kills it for me lyrically, who I always listen to, is a guy named Willie the Kid. And he's from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay.
He's not a no-name guy. He was signed by DJ Drama. He was put on by Drama in like the mid to late 2000s.
Okay.
But currently he's still putting it out. Still doing like,
what's
he went
up.
like the currency route where he's doing like grassroots, but he's still
Touring, but just
no,
by
he's making,
yourself
and his merch
shit.
is killing it. You know, nowadays
what's up.
any rapper who does merch is killing it.
Hell yeah.
So he's staying afloat, but we're not talking money, right? It has nothing to do with
No,
money,
just
right?
your
Nothing to do with
personal
money,
favorites.
so I'm gonna have to put him in the slot there.
Okay.
It'd probably be lower 4th, 5th, but he's just somebody who I want to name who's like, when you guys get a chance and really tune in,
Oh, I'll check him out.
nuts.
Oh, he do be going with Von D in them.
That's what I'm saying. And
Okay.
he works with a lot
I do
of
know
people.
this guy.
He's nuts.
He's a monster.
Nuts.
He's a
what's up.
problem.
Trust your word, too.
Thank you, sir.
I trust it.
And likewise, I've heard some of your music selection as well.
Oh, yeah.
Tough question. I won't drag it out. I want to say interesting people who you're not like readily available. People who you might look up. It might be your favorite artist later. Let's go to the West Coast. Out the West, who's a spitter for me? I'd have to say. I'm tongue tied. Sorry, I'm on the spot. Out the West, I
know,
want to
it's
say
tough.
Nip, but that's dumb. It's easy. There's a new guy out of the West who I would put in my current top 5.
King Los?
No, I was gonna say Buddy.
Buddy's pretty
You
tough.
know
Okay.
who Buddy is?
Yeah, I do.
And Buddy became famous
I
because
do.
he was featured on the track on the Victory Lap. But he has his own shit. A single called Hoochie.
That was the
Hoochie Mama,
almost
whatever.
forgot where I was going.
That guy.
Almost forgot what I was
That is
doing.
symbol 3.
But
my shit.
And the thing about him, and that's what I like about rappers, where they can spit, they're spitters, but then they also can make good songs.
That's a hard thing to do,
Right.
dog.
It's hard to cross
tough.
over.
It's hard to do both.
So I'll put Buddy in the slot, right? How many more? I got 2 more.
We'll go with that.
Technically,
2 more.
Two more.
No, 2 more is cool.
2 more.
2 more.
Dragon.
2 more.
Let's go south. I'm gonna go Pimp C because he just spits the
King
gospel.
of the South.
He just spits the gospel. If you
Legend.
If you really listen to him,
Over Bun B?
Yeah.
I don't hear
They're
that
a
too
group-
often.
they're a group.
I
Lyrically,
respect
or
it.
just
Love
because
music.
of his respect?
I respect
no,
it.
Neither. I guess
Bun
lyrically,
B
no.
is way nicer than Pimp C, lyrically.
Debatable, right? I'll give you that. I love UGK. Listen, I love UGK. I love UGK. But for me,
Yeah, personal top 5.
yeah, for me, Pimp C was just lyrics. Yes,
That
it's just
dude.
what he says and how he says
Swagger.
it.
Yeah.
And I lived through those times. So nowadays, a kid who's in Grandview High School could hear Pimp C and associate with it, but like you had to have sometimes lived through
Bruh, been there.
an album release to know what it felt like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for
Directly
me, and I had a lot of older
reflects.
cousins and older male influences. So like Pimp C was like,
The
when I
king.
think about being in the car and going to
Slapping on your
Chuck E.
drippers.
Cheese, I'm
Bruh.
still tipping. You know what I mean? Anyway, Pimp C, he saw it at the time. He said shit like this: "Pimpin' ain't dead; it just moved to the web." He said that in '98.
Damn.
And is that not where we're at with
Yeah.
it? Is that where we're at with it?
Telling the future.
Yeah. Word.
No, that's what's
I
up.
got something.
Go ahead.
Maybe we said free Pimp C so much he finally went home.
That's tough.
Was that a good one?
That is tough.
Can I respond?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Maybe he kept calling himself Big Dick Cheney, and the government came and got him.
Those can both be true. Those can both be true.
His death is a bit fishy, but we don't have time.
We can definitely go there.
Oh, we got time.
We got time.
Yeah.
I got time today.
We got time today.
No rules.
Okay, so let me ask you this one. I got one more. I'd like to have a celebrity guest choice. Can you please choose for me one slot that goes into that fifth slot?
Fifth?
Yeah, because I have one more left, right? I want you to choose one from your perspective.
Oh.
For me, because I grew up on it. Luckily, like my pops was bumping all the dope rappers, so yeah. I heard everything like when it was fresh, as like a 4-year-old, 5, 6.
Right. And I think we're around the same age, right?
And just because he kind of created his own style and was still lyrical with it, I'm gonna have to go with Redman.
Ooh,
Reggie Noble. He's
love
definitely
it.
top
I'm gonna have to go with Redman.
Love that. Yeah, you know whose favorite rapper is Redman? Eminem.
Yep.
Reggie,
Jay-Z,
Tupac, and Biggie.
Biggie.
Aren't they from Outkast?
He just recently co-signed it.
I'd have to say Red.
Like Redman freestyled over an Eminem beat. I think that like the old school Brain Damage song, anything. But Eminem came out and co-signed it. Like, yeah, he's still my favorite rapper.
Yeah, he's.
When you think about Muddy Waters, he was ahead of his time with the with the whole like gimmicks and characters and voices. He was one of the first niggas doing it. Yeah.
There is a Dark Side. The album before that I thought was ill.
When his head was into the
that shit was ill.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, yo, Redman is one of mine. Definitely in my
Reggie Noble.
So then,
I mean,
it's pretty easy.
Yeah, Redman definitely.
So you know how you hit me with the is Bun B better because they're the group thing?
Yeah.
Let me hit you with it. Is Redman a better spitter than Meth?
I think so.
I think
That's close.
I
You
think
didn't think about it.
Look, okay,
That's
so look,
argument
that's
for
funny
sure.
because we're super close homies, and I've always liked Redman, and he's always liked Method Man.
No, I've always liked Redman.
He likes Redman more,
I fuck
and
with them
I
both.
like Method Man more.
Okay.
I think Meth be spitting, nigga. The
His
smoke
flow's
from my
crazy.
lyrical lungs makes me.
His flow's crazy too.
But then Reggie Noble be doing crazy, like he ain't shit.
Dr. Funk spot.
Like they both spit, but just in different ways.
I just like how unique Redman is, and he started that wild style.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He started that shit.
Because he's the Redman to my Method Man.
Like if you,
But there's no wrong answer because Method Man is amazing. So
right. And you know what's dope about Method Man? I'll say this while I have the chance. He's really gotten better.
his flow's
Bruh.
ridiculous.
I can't say that about. I love Wu to death, but I can't say that about every
Nuts.
Wu
A lot
member.
of
They've gotten
Wu-Tang.
better.
Facts.
Love Raekwon. Raekwon's probably my favorite member. But
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't say he's gotten better.
He's been consistently the same.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And he codes in the street talk a lot, so a lot of it disconnects with people if you don't live in the
don't
New York
live
or
it.
East Coast
For
area.
sure.
You don't understand
You
it.
know,
Slang.
he'll say some shit that
That
he'll be
Wu-Tang
like
slang.
onion head nigga, and you don't even know
What's that
Niggas,
mean?
niggas is like, what is that? Like, they
Especially
don't-
the further
Hey,
west. you go.
ravioli bags.
yeah, a lot of shit, right? Yeah, it'll go over your head. But Method Man, like I heard him on a feature verse
Not
of the
too
year,
long
verse of the
ago.
year with Conway,
Bruh.
and he held his own with these young boys. Like his blade is sharper than theirs.
That lemon squeeze.
Yeah, that part, yeah.
Seeing that. Yeah, that one was still.
All right, so since we're talking about music, this is just, kind of has to go with who we're talking about. Not so well known. I'm gonna play a song for you guys.
Please.
Pretty legit. Phil's got a certain style. No, I won't. And I could, edit this part out. But I'm doing an experiment, and I want to know what you guys think about the person rapping, as far as what you would perceive he looks like, that kind of shit. And
Are
where
we
he's
stereotyping
rapping out of.
right now?
Yes. And
Let's
where
stereotype
yes.
people.
And
Somebody that you're sure we've never heard of before, or like
Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Hey yo, check this, son. I'm finna wreck this one. Fucking up the game and tugging up your necklace, hun. It is I, the last guy who shouldn't be alive. Dive the head first into a motherfucking B.
All right.
Okay.
For sure. Sounds
Does
like
kinda
Danny.
sound like Danny Brown.
That's pretty much his vibe too. This real West
Is it
Coast.
the Admiral?
The song itself definitely has an old school Cali vibe, and I will tell you that
Does.
the way that he
Sounds
raps
like San
on his other
Andreas.
tracks is very similar. So it's like he has that kind of
That's
West,
his, his style.
that's
West
his
Coast
lane.
Is he
mentality.
from the West Coast?
He is.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
his
he is.
lane.
His name is Tara Reid.
I think he's
Okay.
Thai.
You think he's Thai? Okay.
Tara Reid?
Tara Reid.
Is that like a play off of Tara Reid?
That's what.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably.
connected that too.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't get that, but go ahead.
Tara Reid raps.
What would you say?
He looks like?
Yeah.
Like a Laotian dude.
To me,
With Mexican.
how I see him in my mind, and you hear rap for the first time, sometimes you wonder what rappers.
What they
are.
look like.
Yeah.
Like I remember before the
Back in the day.
internet, I was about to say before the internet, like I wonder what Chingy looked like for
Right
2 months.
before his video
Yeah.
finally came out.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and that's just natural. So to answer it in the best way, how I visually see it, I would say he probably looks like Corrupt in like 1998. Not now. He's a little different now. Yeah.
Okay. He definitely has that feel to
Yeah.
his music.
Yeah.
I agree to that.
Just a little snippet of his voice one more time. Just one.
Like, but I see his mannerisms being like Brother Lynch.
Like,
Lynch is hung.
Like how he walks.
He
I was
refuses
vibing
to
to
lose.
the beat a lot more than his voice. I'm not even gonna lie. Because you don't hear.
I think he looks like an ashy
You
crip
don't hear
nigga
beats
from
like that no more.
Compton.
Yeah, that was some West Coast shit.
I'm thinking like Vato Mexican.
He's from the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah.
I think. Oh,
He's a
sorry,
caucus.
my bad. Something. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Right now.
Sounded more white to me.
He's a
I
white.
guess the question
On that
is,
one,
would,
yeah.
Like
Sounded more white to me.
Would
he-
Vato Mexican?
would he get approved for a loan?
Yes.
Yes. All right. There we go.
Hold on.
There's your answer.
It depends on what shades he's wearing when he walks in.
Okay.
Or what shade his skin is.
This fool. If he's got the Oakleys on, hell no.
Yeah. No. So
The Lokes.
He's got to have Ray-Bans.
so he, from the looks of it, he could be a light skinned Hispanic or he's just a white boy.
He's Laotian.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's both. That's cool.
Brown, bless the mic.
And not that it matters, right? I love that in hip hop it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't been able to see color in a minute.
As long as you got
Yeah.
something to say.
Especially when it comes to.
Well, I mean, truly,
If you got something to say.
it really never had anything to do with color. It was,
Can we feel
do
your
you
vibe?
got rhymes or not? Like,
Can
do
we
you
feel
got
it?
bars or not? That's the only thing that mattered.
And for
that
me,
was
I hear you. Yeah.
the significant thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we let what's his name, Vanilla Ice's ass in.
Right.
Can we leave
You
him
know what I'm
alone?
saying? I'm just saying.
I think Vanilla Ice had something going.
I'm just saying. Look,
Okay.
Vanilla Ice's ass.
That's
in.
why
We
you
let
like
Marky
Secret of the
Mark's ass
Ooze.
in. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
Ninja
We let
Rap.
so many people in. You know,
We
you
have.
can't say
We're a very
that
forgiving
We
community.
are.
excluded a certain
Absolutely.
type of people.
And to
You
be
know what
honest
I'm
with
saying?
you, and I agree with you, but I'll say two things. Not only have we let them in, I agree with you 100%,
Vouched.
but we've allowed them to benefit
Hell
further
yeah.
from it.
More than.
Because not only from a sales standpoint, but from a point of they can say wild shit and we can't say the same things and it come across the same way.
Unless your brother
Without
Lynch.
an
For,
investigation.
I'll give you an example. Renegade, the song Renegade, Jay-Z, Eminem, right?
Yeah.
Any given time
the
of
biggest
day.
thing was always the argument of who had a better verse, who killed it. Everybody's like, even Nas was
I know
was
the
like,
backstory of that.
But wait, even Nas was like, Eminem killed you on your own shit, right? But
There's a backstory to that too. But keep going.
what I'm saying to you is that you can't compare. They can't say the same things. Jay-Z can't say take a bath with the Catholics in holy water. No wonder they try to hold me under longer. Jay-Z can't say shit like that because it's not authentic or it's weird.
Oh, he's a Satan worshiper.
So what I'm saying is Eminem has a space, or a white rapper in general, little fucking, what's it do with the tattoo on his face? These weird,
Post Malone?
Not weird, I'm sorry. Artistic
Posty?
white rappers.
Right.
Now it's okay for them to be full out junkies. Like, we can't do the same, we can't live in the same space.
Pump, or whatever his name is, Lil Xan.
That guy.
Lil
We,
Xan.
we can't live in
you.
that same space and still receive the same
Accolades.
period.
Well, okay. It's also a different crowd, though.
Hold on.
If you look at the demographics
Who they're reaching?
that artist is
Who they're
reaching
talking
and
to.
drawing,
Sure.
completely different.
Now,
Completely different.
now.
Yeah. Well,
What
about Posty?
But I wouldn't say when Eminem came out, he wasn't reaching it. He did reach a different demographic because the suburbs.
Me. He was an emo
But
rapper.
but he's gotten respect from the hoodist,
Yeah.
lyricalist.
Instantly.
Like you were saying from Jadakiss.
but if you look at the content, the like the actual style of music, completely different as well.
Not always, but yes.
So, so the guys like Little Xan and all that, that is, I would say, it could be classified more under like emo rap,
pop rap.
Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a lot of emo rap.
What we're talking about, that's more
lyricism.
Lyricism. That's more of the gangster hip hop era.
I feel like on the other side, the flip side, a lot of white rappers can't talk about gangster shit either, though, because that shit comes off as corny, cheesy, or they're lying.
You got to make a movie to prove.
That's why Mac Miller made it work, because he didn't have to do that, and he still was dope.
I think Mac
He
Miller
never rapped about gangster.
Mac Miller's like that friend that we all have in high school. Like I'm speaking for black
that
dudes.
you love.
The one white homie who we all have friends, we love him. And it's not because of how black he is. It's because he can translate in the room without having to change who he is. He's just who he is.
Effortlessly.
And I think that lives in that space.
We got mad white friends like that.
Let's try.
Hella, bro. That's
You know what I
fire.
mean.
That's a fire comparison.
Hold on,
Larry Fisherman, R.I.P.
Every day.
Let's not act like
wow.
Lil Nas X and XXX and Tashio don't exist because them niggas did the same.
Temptation's
shit
not
like Lil
white.
Pump. And then you got Future, you know what I'm saying? Perk and Molly's, you know what I'm saying? Molly Percocet. I mean,
It's not weed.
we do the same thing low key, or we are starting to do the same.
We're perpetuating the same shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's shifted from a seller's attitude to a buyer's attitude.
Okay.
Everybody's on drugs
how,
instead of pushing drugs.
Us old school, you know what I'm saying, hip hop heads would view it as, because
I don't do
niggas
drugs,
never
motherfucker. I sell it.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Niggas don't do Molly. Niggas don't do Percocet like that.
Don't get higher than
it,
supply.
You know the plug that got it.
Right.
And if you're trying to get it,
Allegedly.
you know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
Well, I'm just saying
I just like to say allegedly.
It's an epidemic now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I know who got it and I know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's the mentality, the rapper mentality.
Do drugs, not
so would you
sell
say would you say this? Let me ask you this. Would you say that rap, everything that used to be cool or used to be acceptable, or I should say it differently, everything that wasn't acceptable is now cool?
Yes, the lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That
In a
is
lot
the
of ways.
style.
Exactly.
In a lot of
Exactly.
ways, absolutely.
That's why us old heads feel the way we do about the music now.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
But see, I think
Every generation goes through that, though,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to be the old guy on the soapbox.
I do.
These fucking kids.
I don't
I don't really
try to
think.
understand them.
I don't really think
some
it's.
of that shit's not worth understanding.
It shouldn't always be classified as hating though, because sometimes
Maybe
it's just
it's
not
true.
what you like.
to be honest, I think it's a misunderstanding of teaching. Because
You think there's a generational gap there?
Nah, it's
Some
just
niggas don't wanna
completely
learn the lesson.
Misunderstanding of teaching. You got
I want to rebut this.
you got a lot of us in this generation. You know what I'm saying? Think of it like the J. Cole bar.
The middle child?
Yep.
I'm reading your mind. Go ahead.
I'm little bro and big bro all at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z and Lil Pump.
We're still getting the knowledge from OGs and shit like that. And the next generation that came up behind us came up too quick.
Is that our fault?
No,
Nah.
not necessarily.
Nah.
But at the same time, it's just like the game of telephone.
But you know how that's viewed.
You say one thing, and by the time it gets back to where it came from, it's a whole different story now.
Even in the same room, we all pass it.
Exactly. So I'm thinking.
So we didn't lead by example, though. I mean, because here's my thing.
Because we were still trying to figure it out at the same time.
But wait, it's like having a young parent. If you have a daughter and she's fast, you know what I mean, like fast, she's out there.
Yeah.
People don't say you missed the connection. They blame you as a parent.
Right.
Literally, if my son goes out and does, my son or daughter,
The way you teach them
if they go out
how
and
to
do something
conduct
bad, who's it
themselves.
fall on? Like if they do something bad until they're 18 or whatever, it
Right.
falls on me. Like,
Progenitor.
True.
So literally, the law says if my kid breaks a window,
It's your fault.
it's my fault, right?
You're liable.
You weren't
Yeah.
watching them.
So I think that I agree with what you're saying, but I think we have to put it on ourselves and say, if the youngins ain't doing it right, then we ain't teaching it right.
Hold
But at
on.
the same time,
Please let me
hold on.
rebut.
But at the same time,
I got next.
as a youngin, let's say this. A lot of times, even I got young kids.
Me too.
I wouldn't leave my oldest with the other two kids.
To watch them?
He's only 9 years old.
Okay.
You feel me?
It's a different world,
That's
too,
what
though.
I'm saying. That's what I'm. No. Period.
We're latchkey kids.
Even back then.
That's
you know
what I'm saying.
Like,
I was left at home at night.
Bro, my mom used to be
Just
like, don't open the door for nobody.
Yeah, just don't answer the door.
A certain age, and even if you were left alone back then, it was for a certain time, and it wasn't that long type shit. You know what I'm
6
saying?
to 7 hours.
Weekly. Nah, nigga, fuck that. I grew up in Brooklyn, bro. Like, they were legit. Like, I remember there was like stages growing up to where I just got left home alone type shit.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in New York.
Parents
that's what
at
I'm
work
saying.
all day?
Yeah,
The city or
Brooklyn.
okay, where?
But that's what I'm saying. So we were left with little brother, little sister too early type shit.
Okay.
So how you gonna put that responsibility on us already? That's
okay.
You feel me?
It happens.
You're stating that where we are in the situation is not like an adult who's even able to blame.
Exactly,
Okay.
because these niggas came up too quick. You feel me? Like, they popped up real quick as a versus to how we were catching game from OGs.
But technically, we grew up fast
late
too.
30s,
Real quick.
late 40s type shit.
Real
you know
quick.
What I'm saying? Gaming us up on the block.
Like you were saying, though, is that because of the internet? Access to everything?
Yes.
No, I think that
Big question.
contributes to the
Biggest
to the
Misinformation.
That too.
that as well, but more so the thick-headedness and the I know it all type shit, or don't tell me, I can figure it out myself.
Yeah.
Mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it
because
comes
that
down to just
information, or because there's so much information just available like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has empowered the younger generation to be like,
I'm grown.
right,
Yeah.
earlier.
Early.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
Because-
what? This generation
fast.
says it. I'm grown to act like it. But the
But
other
that
older
bitch
No,
generations,
here's the reason why. Here's
Yeah.
the kicker. It ties in.
yeah.
They say fuck us earlier because they see how young we is doing our thing, because we're ahead of our time because of the knowledge we
Yeah.
got from the prior generation.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, they one up the generation behind them. We gonna one up them and just do it on our own because all this information is here. I can find all of that shit he's gonna tell me
Right.
in some fucking story or blog or
Plus, kids nowadays just want to be grown. Bro, when I say
didn't.
not on a
I
tangent,
didn't.
not on a tangent, but I'll say this real quick. When we was
didn't.
kids, let's say we was kids, right? We're on the room. We want to be in the room to the point they could be like, "Yo, Josh, we gotta go. Go get your shoes. Time to go." That's how long we want to be in the room.
Yeah.
These kids nowadays, they want to be in the living room with the parents playing spades. They want to see what we doing. They want to be grown.
Talking with the same conversation.
They talk about, "Mom, Dad, can we leave?" Bro, when I went to go hang out with my friends, you had to make me leave. You had to
yeah.
you had to drag me to the car, or I was asleep getting carried.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
There's no other way.
Passing out watching a movie at 12 o'clock.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
facts.
right.
Like, damn, I'm glad my mom hanging out with me.
You ever fall asleep at the homie's house? You wake up in your own bed. Like, how'd I get here?
Oh,
Right.
all
That
the
type
time.
shit. Yeah.
or getting in trouble because you acting like you ain't hear your folks yelling at the top of their
Okay.
damn lungs. Let's go. It's time to go right now.
So we're spiraling again. We digressed. I want to tie this all back
back.
You're
together.
right though. You make a good point.
All right, bring it back.
So, do you guys consider yourselves students of
Yes.
hip hop?
Yes.
Like, you've listened to enough
Yes.
music and different styles that you can.
Yes.
That's no question.
Bro, look, these niggas have literally said, going back as far as Waka Flocka, I don't make lyrical music. I make shit for the club.
So I was
Lil
gonna bring
Yachty said,
something in.
And that was
Lil
toxic.
Yachty said, all these old head niggas, I'm not trying to rap to like rap and make. I'm doing shit for the club so you could dance to like.
That's what I was gonna bring up. It also comes down
You
to
can-
what sells. You can put out whatever you want, but if you're really trying to just do it only for the money, then you got to do some terrible shit
To
sometimes.
that point,
It's not. Hold on. I'm
So
not
it's
even
also
done.
what sells.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
even done.
No, go ahead.
You can't. You can blame somebody's surroundings and their parents as much as you want, but you can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink, bro. You can put the lessons in front of somebody, and they can still decide
people
to
do.
take it their own way or misinterpret it, just like you were saying with the telephone game.
Or blatantly rebel and go the
Like,
opposite way.
Exactly. Like, this is. So fuck that. I'm not being an old head because I'm saying that this shit is trash. This shit is trash, bro. Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah,
It would have never flown.
You have your
It would have never
reasons.
flown in a different era.
Yeah, you have your reasons. And there's old heads that do speak on this, or real hip hop heads that do speak on it. So they hear the other side of what's dope and what's not dope. It comes down to what are you
Looking
trying
for.
to talk about, and
You know,
what do your listeners like?
But see, the reason why they bubbling is because that generation is buying it. That
Yeah.
generation.
It's
like
what
it.
sells.
You know
That's what I was talking about. Because it's selling.
You know what?
A lot of shit sells that's
It's
trash.
yeah, it's
But wait,
selling though.
Music is flooded now. Because what used to be, you had to have somebody put down money for you to get into a
saturated.
studio. You used to have Barry Gordy come and pay for you to get in the studio. So you really had to have
Gordon and shit.
do it
You
on
had
your
to
phone
you had to
now.
be
You can
quality,
do it
right?
anywhere.
Now with we could make a song right here with these micro. I'm just saying now.
Yeah,
anyone
right here,
can do
literally.
It. Anyone
Right there.
can do it. So the game is flooded, right?
Yeah.
Saturated.
Hold on.
So wait. Let's think of it like weed now. If there's a whole bunch of trash weed in the world and some really good weed,
Pineapple
most people are gonna buy and smoke the trash weed because that's what they have access to.
Access to.
Now, what makes the good weed dope is that only a few people have it. So like when we talk about good rap, it's become only a few people have it or
Yeah.
minimal people know about it.
Especially now.
And the masses are consuming trash because they don't know no better.
It's still out there. People they're not looking hard enough. It's still out there.
I like that though. If I'm the only one bumping AZ's new album in the city, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Because when I pull up to a restaurant or something, girls are like, damn, that song's dope.
that? Show 'em something
Who's that
different.
guy? I'm smoking weed, I'm
Yeah.
looking good. Like all that matters.
Show 'em something
so to
different.
me, that's like, I don't even want it if everybody listens to it. Like,
That's a nice caveat.
But the thing is, AZ's so dope. You could show that to someone who doesn't know their shit and they'll love it.
that's what I was gonna say. Good
And they'll
music
love
is
it.
universal.
Yeah, they'll love it.
Good music is
They
universal.
just don't know
It
about it.
transcends.
Like
No matter
you
what.
said.
I can hear a country
transcends.
song and be like, yo, this is pretty dope.
Period. It
So
transcends.
so not to.
They do. They got a
I like Ice Cube and the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
country hip hop.
Right. And if I could get a blend from Cooking Soul, it'd be pretty stunning.
You hear they got
Hey.
a country hip hop now.
Great reference. Deep cut.
Crazy as fuck.
I fuck with it, man.
Kane Brown dude.
I've always said country music is just white people's hip hop.
Yeah.
That's the one.
What do you guys think about
Dick Buckus, R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Dick
To
Buckus.
Buckus.
I just want to say that real
Shout out, rest in peace.
Today or yesterday.
Died in his sleep.
October Fizzy.
This morning.
rest in peace? I didn't hear about
Rest in peace on the
Probably
Fizzy.
wondering Today is September 5th.
I said Fizzy.
It's October.
It's October.
Oh shit.
He doesn't like Drake.
That's perfect though.
1996.
He doesn't like Drake that much. He said there's no Octobers anywhere.
Because I was gone till November.
I didn't know he died. But I guess I was
It
going to
just
say,
happened.
football, I was going to say, what do you guys think about the Taylor Swift thing at the game?
Fuck her.
They showed her like more than they showed Aaron
That's what I was gonna say.
That's why they
yeah,
lost that first game.
The NFL is basically about T Swift now.
Well, the best night of Sunday night
Pretty
ratings,
wild.
like
Ever.
ever. Like,
That's
and then-
stupid.
so-
That's stupid.
I'm gonna bring up a little conspiracy theory.
Thursday night.
So, do you think that all that shit is just happening to kind of like distract like all the fans and everything? Because like
Yeah, there's-
what happened
very
the other night-
possible.
In that game?
What happened in that game is Mahomes deliberately,
Kind of shit the bed on
I'd say, threw a spread.
Yeah.
Like
He covered the
seemingly,
spread. That's what
like,
it felt like.
I was reading the article. I don't
covered the
bet,
spread.
I don't bet, and I'm not into betting on sports. But from what I gathered,
From two,
A lot of fishy shit.
is that
All the time though.
he could have scored a touchdown, which
He
would've,
should have.
Like a lot of people would have.
but it would have covered the spread.
Yeah, a lot of people would have won.
That happens.
Mad
With,
money.
that happens
Spread.
with field goals all the time.
But it was like kind of
Mad
so
money.
blatant that they're like.
It was
what the
so
fuck?
obvious.
So my question is, with that being said, the whole Taylor Swift and everything. One, is that a conspiracy? And two,
Yes.
Do you think the NFL is scripted?
Most of the time.
There's a lot of shit that proves that it is.
There's-
I mean,
there's
it's
a lot of
hard-
shard that
It's hard to say
happens.
it's not.
It's hard.
honestly,
It's
hard to say it's not.
2023.
It's almost like overwhelmingly.
It's hard to say.
circumstantial.
Well, there's too much money for it not to be, right?
And
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
how they opened up
Yeah.
betting everywhere, so it's like legal to bet how we bet now.
Yeah.
and it's so easy for refs to just take over.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
see it.
might as well just put him in a Kansas
Oh,
City
dude,
Chiefs
you
uniform.
check it.
I
No,
mean,
no, no.
There's so many
it's,
variables.
it's very
Clearly
easy.
see.
You can see it on the other side. So like if I bet a parlay, right? How many times you bet a parlay, you win for the bets, but lose the one you lose.
Bet
is
you
the
need.
One. You think that happens often by chance?
Accident?
The house never loses, bro.
Yeah. So
The
like
house rarely loses.
when you have that parlay. Multiple people have it. Millions of people have it.
And if I'm a football player,
Yeah, they're like, hold on, we're gonna be in a deficit with this one. This team's got to win, or this team's got to lose.
Or this guy can't have over 210
Exactly.
yards.
Exactly.
I do the bets, but I only bet during football season. I only bet on NFL.
No, you're betting Florida State, Florida. Don't lie.
Mind your way down.
That's
Keep
not-
going though. Keep going.
That's not on.
You're doing it. Keep going.
Shut up.
Keep going.
But anyway,
And you're gonna lose, but keep going.
watch your mouth.
you better shut
Keep going.
your.
I bet you the Bears,
Mother-
I bet you the Bears can lose.
Stop me.
He said
Stop
it
me when I'm
earlier.
lying.
Man, you're making me upset.
Stop
They're
me
gonna
when
find a
I'm
way to
lying.
bear it up.
But all right, I digress.
The ghost of
Go ahead.
Aaron. What's the fuck name is?
Sometimes I don't
Aaron
even think.
Hernandez.
I thought you were saying Aaron Carter.
Nah.
Wow. Wow. I did not think you were gonna say that.
I'm high on
He's hilarious. He's here for the funny, folks.
That's hilarious.
You know,
That's an episode
only
title.
The Gators,
The Ghost of Aaron Carter.
only the Gators produce some of the most ruthless and illest felons
Period.
Yeah.
ever.
Some of the greatest murderers of all time.
Right?
Wow.
Gators, baby.
At least from Florida. Like
But they also
Miami.
have products like Tebow. So I
Yeah.
don't know. It's heaven and
Yes,
hell,
they
my
do.
nigga.
You mean a
Best of
champion?
both worlds.
Because
You gotta
You mean a winner?
Florida's known as the preppy.
Charitable,
Somebody need to pray-
humanitarian.
Somebody
Hey, but-
need to pray for the sins.
Florida's
great
known
human
as the
being.
preppy school compared to Florida State, though.
Absolutely.
It's known as the preppy.
Oh yeah,
like,
FSU is definitely
rich
for the
school.
niggas.
No.
You could say it.
Shout out to
Look
my
where
boy.
it
What's the
is.
quarterback's
do you know
name?
Where, do you know where
Right
that
now?
school is?
No, who came out of Florida State? He won a championship for him.
Winston?
Winston.
Jameis?
That's my guy.
Do you know where Florida, where it is? Where that the campus is?
What, Tallahassee?
Orlando?
Florida State? Tallahassee.
No. The
I don't care about the Gators. What are you talking about?
yes, that's what I'm asking. Do you know where
Gainesville.
Gainesville.
Yep.
that area that the niggas are at?
Very black.
Duggan.
It's in Florida.
It's Duggan. You cross the street. A lot of campuses are like that.
Let's say with
USC?
USC.
Across the highway?
University of New Mexico.
Southern
When
Crips.
they
Bro, the campus is beautiful. You cross Central, which is like Colfax. You cross
That's
Central.
the train tracks.
It's Breaking Bad.
Yeah, right out the college
life.
town.
My brother's wife lives out there.
As soon as you're out of the college
Shout out to
life.
Albuquerque.
Shout out to Kirky, bro.
Live out
Shout
there.
out to
Shout out to
Kirky.
Albuquerque, right?
Okay.
That's funny. Bro, but you're absolutely right. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
There we go again with that nature versus nurture.
but you got to get the best athletes. So you got to go. I mean,
Everybody's the best athlete. So clearly, if you put up. So this dude, did you see that shit this fool predicted Aaron Rodgers is getting hurt? Or not predicted it. He said, in 2 hours, Aaron is about to tear his Achilles tendon
You said that
on a
That's
sack.
Who said
No
that?
way.
Some
I
random
swear
dude
to God.
tweeted it.
I swear to
I
God.
feel like
2 hours
predicting
before it
injuries
happened.
is a lot
Hey, well,
tougher.
then if that's the case, I predicted the fucking fumble recovery
Touchdown?
touchdown.
You did.
TJ Watt.
Maybe
You
you
manifested
maybe
that.
you manifested that. This
did.
nigga
Anyway,
said 2 hours
But listen,
before the game.
So I do a
That's
good,
scripted.
I do a good 3-week wait before I start betting, and then on the 3rd week before I start betting, since they do those bonus bets or the free bets and shit like that on damn near every fucking app, I do those bets on week 3. You know what I'm saying, to kind of like feel the
See which way it's going.
feel the refs out
The current.
for the year and see how they call it.
See who many-
shit.
How many of them are betting?
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I go off of my bets for the year.
Right.
Is my week 3 ratio type shit.
Isn't that wild?
So I got a question.
Pete Rose got in trouble for the shit we're doing right now.
How did a nigga named Chardonnay do?
Oh,
Could you even talk to a dude named Chardonnay?
How did Chardonnay do?
That nigga got popped.
What would you call him if you didn't say Chardonnay? I couldn't call him Chardonnay. Shari?
That shit's wild.
Dine?
That shit's wild.
So wait,
Dana?
you guys say that celebrity's bad for the game, right?
Yes.
But then you look at something that like Deion Sanders is doing here in our backyard in Boulder.
True.
But he's a
His celebrity is making the game better, in my opinion, and they're doing a lot for the program. Clearly,
It is.
It is, bro, but he's getting a lot of hate for it the whole time.
Kinda. Yeah,
Everybody's
kinda.
literally cheering for him to lose the whole time.
but that's
because
like,
he's prime
but
time.
There's money in that. Like,
No.
that's Floyd Mayweather's career.
The only
True.
reason
They're
why
paying
they're
to lose.
hating.
True.
the
It's a
only
business.
The only reason why they're hating is because of the portal shit, and because of the NIL deal.
They're hating because he's too
Everyone- He's not the one
flamboyant.
benefiting from that. Like everyone.
They're hating because
Absolutely.
he's too flamboyant.
He's not your
Deion
average coach.
Sanders, because it's Deion Sanders, he is available to access
Whoever.
Plethora.
Further reach
There's been so many
of
stars
deals.
here, famous
Like
niggas.
than
his
anybody else.
It's been
Because
proven.
look at Alabama.
Bro, when he
They
came
do
here,
not offer any NIL deals at all. Not a single
I
kid.
didn't know that.
Oh my, I doubt that.
When he
Not a
came
single
here-
kid on that roster has an NIL.
they
deal.
couldn't afford to pay him.
I mean,
first, but they knew they were gonna get the money.
he made a bunch of money on those sunglasses. That's all I know.
In the first day.
Yeah.
1.2 billion in
Yeah.
the first day.
He's on all types of Aflac commercials, all
That's-
types of food.
His
Which
kids
day
are
was-
too.
You could- you could
the day
tell-
they launched was the day they were on game day.
You could tell from the spring game that shit was gonna be crazy.
Bro, I've never seen so much coverage of
'Cause
CU.
that was a
Living in
lit-
Colorado.
Well, I mean, maybe not the game in
Well,
general,
look,
but the
look.
showing for their spring game was crazy.
But this is why it's bad though. Sorry to cut you off. Not only is he bringing the NIL deals, kids want to come to
Here.
that school,
For sure.
this school, because of him solely.
That's why these motherfuckers.
Not because of the national championships.
I think it has something to do with it. He's a
Alabama.
proven winner. Like that helps too.
Yeah.
Can I say something though?
He is a proven winner.
Yeah. That's
Him.
he's a legend, right?
He
is.
tripled the wins from last year.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's doing great.
CU is arguably the worst D1
He's
team
doing
in
God's
the
work
nation,
right now.
so
where they were to where they're at. he's
Exactly.
doing- come on.
Okay, so this is our podcast, right? This is our shit. This is our show.
No.
I'm about to say something real controversial.
oh, okay.
It's
I mean,
crazy
You usually do.
for how the last 3 seasons they've been okay with beating CSU. That was like our thing. We beat CSU at least. They would rather lose under a white coach than win under a black
Who
coach.
was they?
They, bro, CU, the world at large.
I don't know if I agree. I'm right there with you. But
Some
I don't know.
people-
They're hating
maybe
on
some
this
people.
dude. He's
Some
getting
people.
weird hate.
They
Like
though. That depends on who's they.
every team he's played so far
Oh, you
has
mean
like
the other coach? Yeah, he said it. He's like, they want to beat me. They don't want to beat the team. They want.
They don't wanna
He
beat-
knows it's personal. He's
like-
yeah.
Well, no,
But that's what
it's-
comes with being on top. Like you
That's
always
the, that's the slogan.
It's a coach thing.
It's personal.
It's a coach thing and the other side thing.
why is it that
That is
personal?
hating.
Like you bringing up my grandma.
Colorado
He
is
be talking that
benefiting
shit.
so much from it.
He don't even
much from it,
cuss.
bro. You check our bottom line at the end of the year.
He says Dern.
You hear the darn.
You want to learn.
He don't
He
even
says
cuss.
Dern.
Call Dern.
You hate the man that don't cuss. All he does is say "God bless you" at the end of games and shake your hand.
Because
Must be
those
the money.
Teams weren't getting that coverage
No?
right
No
off
one?
the bat. Like
No one must be the money.
Must be the money.
for these, you know what I'm saying?
That's
when they
true.
just got a new.
Because the
fucking-
Oregon coach was
I was gonna
pissed.
say the
like,
Oregon coach was an exception though. I don't think a lot of the coaches are hating like that. I feel like a lot of coaches are congratulating him.
No,
For some reason,
no,
the Oregon coach does not like dude. Like that was personal.
the one coach who from
They
Nebraska
were
was like,
congratulating him before.
"When you
the
shake
season.
my hand, you're supposed to take your glasses off and look me
Oh,
in the
yeah,
eye."
they're trying
Like,
to, but you know that all has racial undertones,
exactly,
and I think that's prevalent. So
exactly.
So like but in order to build, we have to
Diffuse
destroy.
that.
In order to build, we have to destroy. So like that has to happen in order for it to get better. Like
I'm just glad Mr. Sanders is in the running for the fucking Heisman this year, even with the 2 losses.
Going
He has
back to it though,
1,000 yards.
I
and
think
10
some of the
touchdowns.
coaches or other teams, you know, just or if whatever haters are out there,
I beat Dion.
they don't like all the coverage
No, you
he's
didn't.
getting and how they're making it almost bigger than
You
football.
beat these.
it's a circus.
They don't like that it's all about him.
Your
I think
teenagers
that
beat my
bothers- I
teenagers.
think that bothers people.
Calm down.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, oh, it's all about CU now because of prime time.
Yes.
A lot of it is performance based though. If they come out and lose that first game against TCU, the coverage not like that.
Right.
Not big like that.
Right.
Then we beat Nebraska.
Right. But I'm saying like the way they beat TCU, like we were all shocked. Like they were
TCU was number 2 last
they were
year.
22-point underdogs. Right?
Yeah, they were number
come
2
out.
in the nation.
So when that happens, is people are like, oh,
Tax
is this for
their
real?
ass.
Like that. So it's deserving to some degree. Like I wouldn't say it's just because of who he is. Like he's doing some shit like that. That CSU game,
Yeah, he's
was
definitely
incredible.
That was
He's
fire.
definitely
Yeah, the
doing
comeback
shit,
and shit.
but the
too.
only thing he forgot to do was build a line for both sides.
Exactly. Now
We're too light.
That's the
There's
only
that.
thing.
There's that.
Right? Yeah.
He's missing a line desperately.
And the defense too. The defense is suspect. at
That's,
best.
that's what I said. A line on both sides.
When old
'Cause,
boy
I mean,
went
his
down,
backers is quick. His D ends is quick. You know what I'm saying?
he has a lacerated liver.
DBs is nice.
Their
Oh,
best corner has a lacerated
Best receiver.
liver.
You know,
I think he's the second best.
that line.
The one
Up
nigga
there.
with the dreads is number
that
1.
line is too little.
The blonde dreads, yeah.
That line is too little.
It's tiny.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's suspect.
Because you can see where they caught TCU in the second half. They were winded.
We're not running the ball either.
They were winded.
Can I give a shout out real quick since we mentioned TCU? Shouts to Amani Bailey.
Killing it.
He's one of the best running backs in the nation right now.
And that's the boy.
He's going to the league.
Grew up,
He's running back.
grew up in the area, so
Hey, let's
shouts
take
out to
let's take
Amani.
He's almost a killer Hillington.
Hold on, let's take a look. Shout out to Reggie Evans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Best basketball coach in Aurora.
So what's up with Reggie? He's getting a league together or something.
No, he's doing so. He's already has a training program together.
I saw
But
that.
he got with the Rangeview coach, who that's a right hand man. So he's giving him the gym on days. I think Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't let me misspeak, but from talking.
It's a lot of gym time. That shit's hard to get.
So yeah. So what he's gonna
Fire coach.
So what he's gonna do is it's gonna be in the morning, right? Like not,
Okay.
But that's the only available time. But anytime.
for your team.
So now what he's trying to do, the motto: if you build it, they will come. I got the gym now. Let me get some
Players,
guys
bro.
in. Right?
My guy's too young to make those early ones.
No. But I'm just saying that's where you asked me what he's up to.
That's
right?
where
Yeah,
he's
no,
got-
I got you.
That's what he's up to. Is he's trying to fill the spots and
So he's going with like high school.
I think any level. I think.
Okay. Whoever can make the early runs.
I'm sure he'll work with the situation. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of kids that are doing AAU who need extra attention, can use the training.
Facts.
If you're serious about your craft,
He's
you
a
have to
great
play all the time.
coach.
I tell kids, if you want to be good at basketball, yes, you have to train on shit, but just be playing all the time. Just
Play
always
basketball.
be playing. Like you have to always be playing.
Dribble a basketball to school.
Perfect example. My son. My man started playing at the beginning of the year.
He got so much better.
Is he good?
He still sucks.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
He's gotten so much
Yikes.
better.
Ouch.
His was a
That
confidence
was
thing.
hella thick.
Ouch.
But yeah, I mean,
He's gotten so much better.
He's okay.
compared to other kids his age, and, you know what I'm saying, that's been playing.
Giovanni, you fire, son.
No,
For the year of progress, he's made a lot of progress.
Hell yeah.
That's what matters.
And to be fair, I've never seen him play.
That's what matters.
Disclaimer.
You clean that up well.
Yeah.
I think young kids forget how much time they have. I'm like, you realize how much better you can get each year?
In the summer.
They get down on themselves. They be 8, 9, 10 years old. I'm like, man, you got so much time
Michael
to
Jordan
play.
was not a starter at North Carolina.
He got cut from his high school team.
Thank you. That nigga went to the gym.
Yeah, you have to.
Back when I still.
Slippy, Slappy, Swanson?
That's north of the Mason-Dixon.
Samsonite.
I was way off.
Samsonite.
Actually, I think it's still south, but
What, South Carolina? What?
North Carolina, still south of the Mason-Dixie.
I think they changed that.
Are you a sports dude?
Absolutely.
Did you see my post?
What is it?
Best in-game dunkers.
Here we go.
Vince Carter,
On somebody.
Sean Kemp,
Okay.
Tracy McGrady, or John Morant.
Only one?
Yeah, just like
Best in-game dunkers?
out of them
In-game.
four.
Say it again?
John Morant,
John Morant.
Sean
John
Kemp,
Morant's doing some crazy things.
Vince
But,
Carter,
yeah.
and Tracy McGrady.
But
I
who
would
does
say Vince.
trick dunks on people?
Vince jumped over a
Exactly.
7-footer. Like, there's no,
That
it's not
happened.
it's not that. You take him out of it as a conversation, but I think you have to go with Vince.
Vince.
Because when he was at North
Vinsanity.
Carolina, not South Carolina, when he was at North Carolina, when they went to the Final Four,
When he earned his name,
with Antoine Jameson,
Yeah.
half man, half amazing.
Vince has been the in-game dunker.
When he was in high school.
he said he first dunked the ball in 6th grade.
Didn't Nate Robinson jump over Shaq?
Maybe it's because you guys are so young, so we didn't really get to see Sean Kemp dunking on.
No, he was crazy.
Everybody.
No, he was crazy.
Sean Kemp was nuts.
Crazy. That's why he's in the conversation.
Like-
Who was he dunking again? Like the people.
That's-
they played,
is that his fault?
He was dunking on like Detlef Shrimp. Like
Who was half man really dunking on? Did he ever get Shaq?
Vince?
Did he ever get Shaq?
I would have to say at some point.
I don't know.
Probably.
You live in information.
John Morant tried to dunk on
Jordan
Nikola
should be in that.
Jokic.
Jordan should be in that conversation.
Yeah.
I see, and then that goes back to my argument because I think he had the least competition. When he started
That was
winning,
the same era as Sean Kemp.
They played the Sonics in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, same era.
Supersonics.
I know. So you're saying
The Lakers beat
In my personal opinion,
so you
it's
say
the
Sean
Kempster.
Kemp.
1996.
But you were a big fan of the Sonics. You had to have been.
No, not really. I just like dunkers, bro. I like above the rim living, and he was always punching on
What
somebody.
about Nicholas Gurr? You have to call him Nicholas, though.
Oh.
I like Sean Kemp.
You got a friend named Nick. His last name is Gurr.
You have to say Nicholas?
Nah, you Nicholas around me. We gonna call you
Gotta call him Nicholas.
Nicholas. Nick Gurr. What? That's racist.
So we were talking about, we did the white swaps and changing whatever in movies. What about like a mashup? So I was thinking Home Alone meets Purge. but it's Kevin McAllister when he's an adult, and he's got to defend his house when there's a purge.
That's fucking fat, bro.
Did y'all not see that?
I would watch the shit out of that
That'd
movie.
be dope.
Okay, hold on.
But who's coming for him?
Hold on.
Who's coming?
It's
in the
just
house?
a
Somebody
purge.
trying to purge.
It's just a purge.
So it matters who the purge is.
Oh, you're
true.
saying the characters.
Is it the Sticky Finger Bandit?
Is it the Sticky Bandits?
Yes,
Are we-
they're all
It
old.
should
That
be.
matters. It should be.
Are we talking about Crackhead? Macaulay Culkin?
No, he's doing
straight
better.
now,
No,
man.
he's all right.
Yeah, he's fine. Okay,
No,
so we're
he's
talking
good.
about like the
He's good.
level-headed Macaulay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably take Kevin the Kid.
As
That
Kevin
movie.
McAllister.
I think
shit.
I'd take the Crackhead, Kevin.
Especially
I
for
think
purge.
He's,
Yeah.
to me, he has more of like a heroin look. Like I don't know. It's like
He's a little strung out.
It's not crack. I don't think.
He definitely
I'm
had
sure he
Mila
smokes crack,
Kunis,
too. He's got
so.
a ton of money. I'm sure he does it all.
Who cares?
He does
probably
seem
would.
like he's doing okay.
I would definitely watch the fuck
I
out of
probably
that.
Is he rich?
He was on some podcasts too, and that shit was
rich.
that shit was entertaining.
He's like
Deep cut.
He's like the Olsen
I got
twins.
you. I got you.
You know, like they live in New York and they party and shit, but like they have a ton of money. They don't do anything.
They're underground now, yeah. They've been famous since they were babies.
Yeah, they're billionaires, if you will.
I kind of kicked it with them one
Well, I
time.
mean, when you get to that status, motherfuckers give you shit for free. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that weird? How the more money you make, the less money you have to spend.
Pretty wild.
Well, because everything's a business venture. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is a business move for them type shit.
It's a connection.
So
I'm going to help you out today. Tomorrow, you're going to help me out type shit.
you think only in? I think that that's become in society.
That's just the world.
for sure.
I
I
don't
say
think
unfortunately, but
It's
like,
quid pro
I
quo,
don't
bro.
think so in society.
It's
not
hella
always.
quid
Don't get me
pro
wrong. You
Because
can never say
literally,
anything's always the same way.
because
Never always.
the lower class, you know what I'm saying, shit like that would be better off, or a lot better off than it is now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's being shared in that regard.
That's what I'm saying.
The wealth isn't being distributed. That's
Oh, no.
Right.
I'm just saying, like,
Very
in general,
disproportionate.
as the just the whole ideal of
You know what's crazy?
favor for
22.
I hear you, like, but
Little
it's
kids.
very transactional, if you will.
not even for money per se.
No,
just
transactional,
Favor,
yeah.
exactly.
Transactional, like, you give, like, literally, like, this is a bad example, but very cut and dry. You give a homie a ride, and you're expecting
$5,
whatever in gas, right? So what I'm saying is, like, not even that y'all discuss that. Let's say you just
kinda know.
you just give the homie a ride. You drop him off. He's like, all right, man, peace. He walks out. In the back of your mind, you're like, damn, homie, you could have threw me something for gas. Like, you think that in your mind.
$7.
So now you may hold that. Not always, because that's petty. It's an example.
Certain
You
Right,
may
no,
hold that
I hear
against
you.
that person and like not answer their call or not fuck with them or not come around them. You assume they're that way, but maybe he had some shit where he didn't even thinking about that. So if you hit him like, yo, man, you throw me a couple bucks for that ride, like, oh yeah, no problem. I didn't think about it. Yeah,
Right.
So I think that it affects society in that regard because we are very transactional people. Like if the girl domes me up, then I
Something
owe
for
her
something,
fucking,
bro.
I owe her pho.
Buyers and sellers.
I don't know, but the people feel that
He's
way.
real. Buyers and sellers.
That's
That was the shrimp with head.
yeah.
Even
so-
with the homies,
so
it's like
we-
I get friendship at least. Like,
from the
you know
very
what I mean?
beginning, it was like trade and barter. You know?
Yeah,
and,
for real.
and that's all it is now. But
That's all it is
it's-
with paper now.
It's a different trade and barter. Now it's transactions, like you said.
I meant shrimp with the head on it. That's what I meant.
Oh, will you peel it? Do you peel it or do you eat it? You peel it or do you eat it?
So
There was a whole meme on a shrimp and head combo for $13.
Oh shit.
I was like, what a deal.
it's cheaper. It's cheaper to get
Red
the
Lobster.
head.
What are they gonna do next?
It's cheaper to get head.
Happy
than to
endings?
Not get head. Anyway,
Happy endings at Red Lobster?
That's debatable.
Shrimp and head.
that is the basis of this whole episode.
Wow.
You're disgusting.
Hey, but that's,
Welcome.
That's high key fact.
I totally forgot where I was going
Me
with
too,
what I was
man.
talking about. Because
I don't think you
that-
knew where you were going.
It
I
doesn't
did. There was
fucking matter.
there
I
was
will
something.
say, just because Jay was here last time, got to throw a little disclaimer out there. Important information.
Impertinent.
Narcan does not make you invincible.
Dude, yeah. Oh, okay.
Despite what you may have heard.
Despite how we
Only if
portrayed
you
it.
really need it. That's
Narcan is
for when
for
you're overdosing.
overdosing.
Not for a headache.
And it's usually for heroin.
Not for a headache.
It's
Nigga said, I broke my leg. I should take some Narcan.
it's not over the counter.
He said,
Is it though?
I should.
Is it now?
Some places.
Did they say that? It's
I don't know. I just get it because of the work I do. So they're just given to me.
Oh, I got a headache. I
He's a
should probably take some
professional
Narcan.
overdoser.
Have you used them when they weren't needed?
I'm more so no, hell no.
He-
I'm more so just hand them out to people.
Oh wow.
I don't know what I don't want to know what happens.
He's a
Colorado.
professional overdoser,
Wow.
and so
Technically a D
his
overdoser?
work has to give him
Okay. Charlie Sheen.
Narcan.
I overdose on purpose and then have someone Narcan me.
Got it on deck.
Tiger blood. Tiger
See, do
blood.
examples.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works.
Tuskegee
All right,
experiments,
kids.
if you will.
Let's see how many hits
like
it
Pulp
takes
Fiction.
before I fucking go unconscious.
Get the Narcan.
Who wants to distribute the Narcan?
You got to do it with your with
Little
it in
Timmy.
How do you administer it? Or if
You gotta
Nasal.
do it with-
It's like
Nasal.
Oh, it's nasal?
Is this a suppository?
I don't like nasals. Yikes.
I would
take
say
too
it's
long.
similar to like smelling salts because you're basically knocked out when you're overdosed or when you're just pop up.
Is it a boost of adrenaline?
You are
Basically.
dead. It's
Basically.
it's three different.
It shocks your system.
It's three different smelling salts mixed with adrenaline.
Yeah, it just shocks you.
It's like norepinephrine.
You wake up and act like Macho Man.
So what it does is it blocks the dopamine and serotonin receptors.
Is this all true? Is this
Yeah, no,
true?
this is facts.
So,
Okay,
so
yeah.
This is facts.
the reason why people OD is because your body
Can't.
ends up producing either naturally or with the help of whatever drug you're on. It produces,
DMT?
No, it's different. It produces too much.
That's natural.
Serotonin and dopamine, and so when this happens, your body goes into like a defense mode.
Definitely.
And it's like, oh, there's too much going on.
I gotta
We're gonna
shut some
shut
systems down.
Yeah.
before we fucking
Yeah. It's like when homie's like, yo, party's over.
completely fry ourselves.
Party's over. Out, fam.
So
Out.
your
Put
body's
the
trying to
plant down.
reset
Out.
itself. So what Narcan does is it blocks those receptors for the overabundance of dopamine and serotonin.
Mm-hmm.
So that way your body can then come back to like its
Like, oh
normal
shit, I'm not
stasis.
like.
Otherwise, you get too much dopamine serotonin going in your system. Those are sedatives.
No, it happens, dude. Like,
And then the lack of is the come down.
But it doesn't have to be
Correct.
Narcan for that to happen. That can happen with weed. Like, let's say you're smoking bud all day. This happened to me before. I was smoking weed all day, way more than I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
I was at this chick's house with a bunch of friends. We walk out on the balcony to smoke a cigarette, or whatever. I passed out on the balcony, like blacked out, bro.
It's
Stand-
yeah.
Standing straight
I've
up,
seen it
blacked out,
happen.
fell, hit my head, boom.
Yep.
Like, I'm a big dude. I fell hard. Like people were like, yo, my baby mom thought I was dead.
Yo, my homie did that. We were.
That
That was
shit
just
happens.
from weed. That
Yeah.
was just from smoking.
Yeah.
No, it
My
happens.
homie hadn't smoked in a while. He came through from Kansas, and we were just chiefing one day in one of my other homies' cribs.
Mile High.
And all of a sudden,
Just passed
he
out.
just passed. He was
Oh, yeah.
standing up too.
It's embarrassing too. That's what I'm saying. That happened to me like that.
He
Yeah.
just fell
Where-
right the fuck out.
So-
I was like, yo.
Were your knees locked?
The out-of-staters.
I blacked out. I woke up on the floor.
So the
My
out-of-staters
baby mama, who
get
wasn't my
drunk.
baby mama at the time, she was like, I thought you were dead. She was scared as hell.
Yeah.
People were afraid, genuinely concerned.
That's same with drinking. People from out of state, they come here and they get drunk way too quick.
And high.
Same shit.
Because I'm curious, how does that intertwine or intersect with what you do professionally? Even though you don't have to say what you do professionally, but what does that? How does that work? If you don't mind me asking, is that too much?
So it's
His are
because I work
habitual.
with
He's got habitual.
the disabled population,
Oh, okay,
homeless
nice.
population,
Thank you for your service.
veterans.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
So
It's very
just
noble. Yeah.
either people that are dealing with drug addiction or they know people that are dealing with it.
Okay.
So
So you're on the front line. Thank you. Can we
Yeah.
do a round of applause? Yeah, dope, man. Word.
stressful but rewarding.
Hey man, I appreciate what you're doing with like helping people with like substance abuse. You want to smoke some weed?
Of course.
Hold on.
Is that a trick question?
Of course.
DJ Flat over here.
We just did a whole segment, a whole like good solid 15 seconds of gassing this guy up. Let's all collectively remind him, nigga, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
At the end of the day,
clap for that.
right. At the end of the day, yo, still,
You know,
Just-
respectfully.
I'm not gonna say it.
Respectfully, definitely.
Still nigga.
Uncle Ruckus.
Still nigga.
You know what? I'm gonna caveat that and say you're not shit. You're the shit. How about that?
There's also that.
There you go.
There's
Assholes.
also that.
There you go.
Thank you, Doug.
Hey,
No problem.
Hell, bro. See the flies flying around you?
Yep. No problem, Kenny. I got you. Anybody got any conspiracy theories?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know our security guard has
Nobody
a crazy one.
fucking leaked Sexy Red's fucking.
Nobody wants to see that.
She leaked that shit.
She leaked that shit her goddamn.
And she lied in that song because her pussy is definitely brown
Nobody
too.
Didn't nobody want to see motherfucking Young Thug booking with another Young Thug?
Man,
it's gonna be first.
What it was? I didn't see it.
It's gonna be the first celebrity with no views. Sex tape with no views.
It's like -3 views.
People are watching that shit. People are
I was saying humans are
Out
disgusting.
of pure curiosity.
The
Humans
internet.
are disgusting.
The
It's
internet.
like
Twitter's going nuts over that shit.
Don't put your
Don't
hand
say
on the
that.
stove, and then you gonna put your hand on the stove just to see how
Yeah,
hot
but
it
I
is.
mean, we watched R.
Yeah.
Kelly tape. We knew what it was.
So eventually, the
Hey,
internet,
you know what?
the internet will ask for Twitter if you
Huh?
want to see it.
Allegedly. He said allegedly.
Look, I don't know about you, but I wanted to see what I wanted to see for myself.
Right.
Aren't you
That's what
into
I'm
golden
saying.
showers?
No,
That's
absolutely not.
let's go
I just
back to
wanted
some
see
other episodes.
myself
Was that the
if
first
this
time?
was a child or not.
Was that the first time in life we all willingly watched a kiddie porn?
I never
It was
watched
recorded.
Never seen it.
Hey, I can't say that I
I
watched
said
it.
we all because I was at the barbershop and my dad was there and I was like still watching.
They were selling
Right,
DVDs
right.
of the shit.
Okay.
I never seen it.
Like,
We were all watching it. We were holding hands watching. Like,
say
damn,
we
this is
all
crazy.
I can't
Never
say
seen
I
it.
sought it out.
Wait,
He
what we're
said
talking
we were
about?
holding hands.
Never
I can't
seen
say I
it.
sought it out. It was definitely
That's how people.
one of
You
those,
see what I'm saying? Like that's how people were watching it. Like
Never seen it.
Yeah, see, for me, it was definitely one of those instances where
Curiosity
a little kid should have been minding
killed your
the little
cat.
kid's business.
right. And we
And,
talked about that earlier.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
we
You
did.
went and see something you shouldn't have, and out of pure curiosity, because I know no better.
I'd rather watch Two Girls, One Cup
I
3
wonder if
times.
This is a little kid. He
We grew up in that era though because remember the Mike Tyson fight where he bit Holyfield's ear off.
That was crazy.
I was in the other room. We talked about being kids in the room.
I
The
was
fight was
in
on.
that
No,
room.
listen. The fight was on. He bit him the first time, right?
And then when
My
he-
dad called
said he
me.
bit me.
My dad called me and said, "Sam, come in here. Come in here. He just bit his ear off. Come in here."
I was watching that
So
too.
that was, he doesn't make him a bad father. Though. He knew
that's
the
history.
moment that he was like, "You have to see this."
was
He
some
encouraged
shit.
his 9-year-old son to watch somebody bite somebody's ear off,
That
And he
was some
didn't.
shit.
and he's not wrong.
And he didn't tell you to go biting ears.
No, but he's not wrong for exposing me to that.
That was an epic moment in history.
I watched Juice when I was 4 years old.
Exactly.
and you knew the ledge.
Exactly. Rock
we
him.
got the juice now.
See what I'm saying? Like, so I'm agreeing with you, Mr. C. I'm agreeing with you to say, yes, we have all lived in that society where, like, how do you like the idea of, like, or how do you feel about the idea of someone riding in the car and they're bumping Jeezy, Trap or Die, and their 4-year-olds in the back listening to it? Does that disturb you, or do you think that that's fine?
As long as the 4-year-old is on rhythm.
And strapped.
Yeah.
As long as they know right from wrong, that's what matters.
Okay, but I'm saying like
That's what matters.
these kids nowadays tell the parents what to listen to. The kids know the shit, so
For sure.
you can't keep them from it.
They do.
Because I was the kid.
That's the easy access.
I was the 4-year-old kid in the backseat while Biggie was bumping.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it
Or
was, yeah.
MOB.
Kill a man say, kill a man say,
or,
kill a
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
Right.
I got older
saying?
brothers, so
But the
I,
songs
Jay.
nowadays are a little bit more intense in terms of subject matter, naturally.
and they're very
Even on the radio.
more blatant and just like
Yeah,
very like
absolutely.
and rhythmic and
my pussy
hypnotic.
pink, my booty hole brown,
You
and
tell
when
me
I
shoot
fart,
somebody over
it
rhythmic
don't
beat.
make a sound.
You know what I'm saying? You tell somebody to rap over a
That drill rap.
Are you
Gets 'em
are
going.
Are we hypnotizing people though?
Yeah, no, it happened. Programming.
Some little kid just got shot at Southlands. Why?
Last weekend.
You don't think rap music has something to do with that?
Yeah,
Bro,
programming.
did your phones go off or
Hey,
did you
say
turn
it.
them off? Did your phones go off or did you
I
turn them
wouldn't
off?
go that far.
Easily influenced.
I wouldn't go that far.
Some people are easily
As to
influenced.
say
As
rap
an
music
adolescent,
did.
absolutely.
Some people just know better.
An adolescent should absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this episode. If you or your company are looking to jump into the podcast world, now is the time. The Plug Agency is here to connect you to the full power of podcasting. You just record and leave the rest to us. The people are listening and want to hear from you. Theplug-agency.com. That's theplug-agency.com. Click the link in the episode description for an exclusive offer.
Have you heard you can listen to your favorite comedy podcasts ad-free? Good news. With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts included with your Prime membership. To start listening, download the Amazon Music app for free or go to amazon.com/ad-free comedy. That's amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.